Now then, let's go on to main topic number 3. And the third main topic is about the DC Universe. For those of you who are not aware what the DC Universe is, it is a streaming app. And the app specializes in, well, shows from DC Comics. You can find classic animation on there. You can find classic DC movie adaptations. You can also use the app. It comes with like a comic subscription where you can read DC Comics on a Nook or a Kindle Fire. And DC Universe, frankly, never got very big. It just never got very big. And when HBO Max was announced, people were starting to ask, like, Warner Brothers now has all of these streaming apps, and a lot of them are frankly redundant. Like, what are they going to do with them? Well, HBO Go was in fact folded, and then HBO Now became HBO, which, me and Driverman talked about that. That was really strange. And there's rumors that they're trying to sell off Crunchyroll because it's all redundant. Now, DC Universe still hangs around. And DC Universe does have original programs. Like, for example, there's an R-rated Harley Quinn animated series on DC Universe. It's quite awesome, actually. But I don't think the service is going to last long. There was a low-cost, almost daily program that they did where people talked about comics and DC characters. That got canceled several months ago. Not even several months ago, just a couple months ago. And now, Stargirl, which is one of the DC Universe's original shows, it has been renewed for season 2. So if anyone here actually watched Stargirl, it's coming back for season 2. But it's moving to the CW. It's not going to be on DC Universe. So here's what it says. Stargirl has been renewed for a second season at the CW. With the renewal, the CW and its digital platforms will be the exclusive in-season home of the series, starting with its second season. Season 2 will not stream on the show's original home at DC Universe. It was announced ahead of the series premiere that episodes of the show would air on CW the day after their streaming debut on the DCU. Now, here's what's going to go on. Here's the thing. They kind of end with going like, Stargirl was the first DCU show to find a home on CW, but will not be the last. In announcing its fall schedule, the broadcast revealed it had acquired the broadcast rights to the DCU show Swamp Things, which was canceled at the streamer shortly after the launch of the first season. Other DCU shows have found homes on other platforms as well. The second season of Doom Patrol recently debuted on both DCU and HBO Max, while the animated DCU series Harley Quinn will soon be available on HBO Max soon. And what does this tell me? That means that the DC Universe app is going to be shut down soon. I think the writing's on the wall. Like, hey, there was not enough demand for DC Comics characters and properties to have its own app, so fold it into HBO Max, put some of the stuff on the CW. The CW is basically a commercial for the streaming show, for the streaming anyway, and move on from there. Now, while I will personally miss the DC Universe app because I like reading the comics and stuff on it, it's not surprising. I think, if Warner Brothers wants to become extremely competitive in the streaming wars, they're just going to have to start consolidating. Like, why would you have 5 apps when you can have one? Like, in the HBO Max app, they have like what they call hubs. And the hubs are like certain categories of brands and shows. Like they have a hub for Cartoon Network shows and Adult Swim and Crunchyroll and Sesame Workshop and HBO. They have those hubs, Turner Classic Movies. And so the more apps that they consolidate into this one app, the more when they're going out to sell to people, like HBO Max is your home for Cartoon Network, HBO, Turner Classic Movies, Crunchyroll, all this stuff. DC Universe. And there you have it. And this is kind of what the future streaming is going to look like. I think the only reason Hulu and Disney Plus are separate is because the Disney name has a very, very family-friendly image, and so they just need Hulu as well. But many companies, if they have multiple apps, they're probably just going to consolidate them into one or two. They're going to do that. And so I think this is going to be far more common than people realize. But, yep, Stargirl, if anyone watches it, I don't watch it to be perfectly honest, but if anyone watches it, it's getting a second season, it's going to move to the CW, and it's not going to be on DC Universe anymore. Now, what do all of you think out there? Do you think this is the end of the DC Universe app, or do you think, nah, it's going to be fine, this is just the way, I don't know, what's your explanation for thinking that it's still going to be around? even with all of these changes? I'd love to know. Comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly.